What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to walk 100,000 steps and you guys are coming along for the ride. We're doing this for two main reasons. Number one, we are seeing how hard it is to burn off calories versus eating calories. And number two, we're kind of curious how much weight we can actually lose in a single day. So without further ado, let's time travel to last night and let's see what my thoughts were going into this. Alright guys, welcome to my living room floor. It is 8 PM the night before. I'm gonna go to bed in about an hour and a half, just make sure that I've got plenty of rest. The plan is wake up at 4 AM, set off and do 20,000 steps, hopefully before 8 AM, come back, do all my work I've got to do, mow the lawn, that's extra steps right there, go train my client at 12 in York, come back, walk into York, walk all the way through York, carry on going, come back, and hopefully that's going to be 100,000 steps. If it's not, we'll adjust. There's kind of four things that worry me about this challenge. First and foremost is battery life. That sort of worries me. I've only got one battery for the camera, I've only got one memory card as well, so I'm going to try not to film too much, but obviously film enough so that, you know, there's a video there. The Fitbit, I'm going to charge that tonight. Battery is usually pretty good, but if my phone runs out of battery, that's going to be pretty boring. So maybe I'll use that in between, but I'm going to be taking a charger with me as well, maybe going to a couple of cafes in York. Number two, the weather. If it starts raining, it's going to suck. The challenge is going to be awful. Number three, if it's possible at all. Obviously I've walked quite a lot, I'm quite an active person. I've only done 40,000 steps, 50,000 steps as my absolute maximum before. I don't know if there's enough time in a day. So if you're walking at 3 miles an hour and it's around about 50 miles, you're talking like nearly 20 hours. One thing to note, the Fitbit is 24 hours a day. Let me just show you that, come on, focus. As soon as that reaches midnight, that goes to zero again. So, in reality, if we're starting at 4 AM, we've really got 20 hours to do this. I'm gonna try and do a cool transition. Now, if it works, you have to subscribe and you have to like the video. So, we're gonna check out what I've got in my bag. 3, 2, 1. Nailed that transition, right? So it's still the night before. We're just gonna fill the rucksack up with just the right amount of stuff. Again, I'm really cautious. I don't wanna make this too heavy. So we have a spare pair of shoes just in case you ones get uncomfortable. We have 2 pairs of socks right here, 2 pairs of socks, spare pair of pants, spare joggers, spare hoodie, and a spare top as well, just in case it gets too much. We've also got a big bottle of water. I'll be carrying that with me throughout the day. I won't be putting that in my bag. And then we're going to chuck a couple of protein bars in there as well. What are you after? What you doing? Unfortunately, I can't take this one. Yeah, we got a house rabbit. So what? So I guess all that's left to say is, see you guys in the morning. Alright folks, good morning. So, 20 to 4 in the morning. There you go, look at that, 0 steps. So we're weighing in at 75.2, we're going to see if we can get that down. What's going on, guys? Good morning. So it's a little bit after 4 in the morning. We are all alone, although I keep checking over my shoulder. If I walk backwards you can see me. So it's a little bit after 4 AM. We've just hit around about 1,000 steps. I feel like I underestimated the challenge. I feel like 100,000 steps actually quite a lot. Alright guys, so the wind got way too much during this bit. So essentially in a nutshell, what I say in this bit is that 100,000 steps is an awful lot. So if you're walking at 3 miles per hour, it's going to take you 10 hours to walk 30 miles. Now, given that roughly 100,000 steps is 50 miles, it's going to take roughly around about 16 to potentially 18 hours to do this. Now, then I go on to say that given I'm a personal trainer and given that we are in the midst of kind of like the lockdown in the UK, basically I've got clients to kind of see throughout the day. So I think on this day I had one client at 12 and one client at about 1, so it actually took up a big chunk of the day. Just meaning that obviously I wasn't able to walk just from 4 AM to, you know, 8 o'clock at night. So we've been walking about an hour. Again, I'm trying to keep my voice down just because it's still very early. It's still 5 in the morning. Like, I've been walking for a full hour. As you can tell, I'm a little bit out of breath. Starting to get a little bit sweaty. And realistically, I've probably burnt off about 300 calories. It's easy to eat that. People think, oh yeah, I can just go to the gym for 30-40 minutes and I can go home and eat what I want. Well, it's not actually the case. The point I'm trying to make is to burn off 1,000 calories is actually pretty tough. Like, I'm thinking today in terms of exercise, probably going to burn off about 5,000 to 8,000 calories, which might sound like a lot, but considering I'm exercising all day, I mean, you're with me for 15-20 minutes however long this video is, so you won't actually see the full time frame that I'm doing this for. Just remember, I'll be doing this about 17, maybe even 18 hours today. The point of this little clip is obviously it's far easier to eat your calories than it is to burn off your calories, so just bear that in mind. We're in Selby now. We're going to carry on a little bit, about 6,000-7,000 steps, then we're going to turn around and hopefully by the time we get home we'll be around about 20,000 steps. So I'll check in with you there. And we're back at home. So that was actually kind of tough. Not as rough as I was thinking. My feet are sort of hurting a little bit, but it's nothing too serious. Lovely day. I hope it's not like too warm for the bulk of my walk later on. It took a little over 3 hours to get that 20,000 steps, which is a decent time. I will be incorporating a few runs in this, so the speed should increase. So I'm quite confident at the moment that I can do it. So at the moment, 19,600 steps. 17 kilometers done. So I'm gonna go enjoy this coffee and have some breakfast. I'll see you on the next walk. And I'm back and I've rested a little bit and I am absolutely exhausted. I swear to God, resting has made this so much worse. So I'm feeling a little bit tired. I've had a shower, had a bit of a rest. Going to cut the grass, get some easy steps in that way. Then I'm gonna walk to the next village over and then I'm gonna go train my clients and then we're gonna be walking, like doing the main chunk of my walk. Catch you guys in a bit. Okay, so 25,000 steps in, a quarter of the way, and it's about 1 o'clock. Thoughts, kind of tired, banging headache. Don't think I've stopped sweating since 6 AM. But we're gonna get the majority of these steps in right now, so I will see you on the road again. So 33,000 steps into our journey. About 67,000 to go, but just some thoughts right now. So, if I was an actor, I would be Christopher Walken. If I was a character from a film, I would be Luke Skywalker. If I was a band, I would be the Proclaimers, because I would walk 1,000 miles, but not quite 1,000 miles, 100,000 steps. And if I was a film, I would be Walk the Line. I would also, if I was a Johnny Cash song, I would also be Walk the Line. So, let's go check out Pluto. It's like a well, obviously not a to scale model, because that would be a long walk, but it is a scaled down model of the entire solar system. Rickle starts with Pluto. So Rickle, which is like 2 villages towards York from Selby, starts with Pluto, which we're gonna check it out. It's a little bit anticlimactic, so don't get your hopes up. And then obviously towards York, you know, you get all the other planets really, so including Uranus. We'll make a few more jokes about that later on, don't worry. And here we are at Pluto, the first planet on this little solar system. That's it right there. And that is Sharon apparently. I don't know, it's an educational journey. Probably gonna have one of my grenade bars. I've also got a jam sandwich which I'm really looking forward to, but I don't know if I want it just yet. Basically right now I'm listening to a lot of Joe Rogan. I feel like by the time I'm done with this 100,000 steps, I'll be grilling up some elk on a Traeger grill. Joe Rogan joke if you don't understand. It's just a Joe Rogan joke, guys. So we're 34,000 steps, 35,000 steps. I'll see you at Uranus. So I'm an idiot. It's Neptune. Uranus is next. I need to pick up the pace a little bit. So we are 33,500 steps into it. So we need to pick up the pace given it is around about 2:30. So I did a run yesterday, so I meant to skip a day and I meant to have a run tomorrow, but there's no way I'm going to be running tomorrow. So I'm going to do my run right now, so I'll catch up with you after that. Hey there. So, finished my run. It was the worst run in the history of runs. I did 30 minutes, did 5k roughly in about 30 minutes. So we're sitting pretty at 41,000 steps. So here's my strategy, right guys. I think since I set off from home and I was on 21,000 steps, I'm gonna walk 40,000 steps, which will bring me to 65,000 steps, turn around and walk back, and that'll give me an error margin of about 5,000 steps. So we may have to do another run. I'm dreading that, but I'm fairly confident. Again, it is 20 to 4. I think we can do this. We have best part of 8.5 hours. So yeah, we can do it. We've got time. It's gonna be a hell of a journey, but we have 59,000 steps to go. Alright, let's do it. And if that isn't the worst jam sandwich you've ever seen in your life, I don't know. It's been squished. Still gonna eat it though. Couple thoughts while I eat this squished jam sandwich. So if I get to 62,500 and then turn around, that should mean I've walked 37,500 in one direction. Turn around, do 37,500 in the other direction, and I'm done. So I just need to do like another 20,000 and then turn around. That's not too bad. That's achievable. Anyway, we're nearly in York. We're gonna head into York. Hopefully, we don't have to walk much further than that. We can turn around after that. I'll see you guys there. Not bad guys, kind of messed up. So, if you look here, this is the end of the orbital route. That's the sun. I'm sorry I missed Uranus. Maybe I'll get it on the way back. I ran past it. Must have been going so fast. I just didn't see it, eh? All the rest. Alright guys, I am gonna level with you. I'm this close to giving up. So I started to walk back when I hit 50,000 steps. So no freaking way do I have enough time to do this. Like, I obviously like my pace has slowed down given how like tired I am. But given the rate I'm walking, like it's 6 PM now and I've done 54,000 steps basically. Now it took me 4 hours to walk 30,000 steps, and that included that run as well, right? So if I did another 4 hours, I would be on 83,000 steps and it'd be 10 o'clock. Then another 2 hours for 15,000 and I'd be shy by like 5,000. But to be honest, like, I'm absolutely exhausted. So I'm this close to giving up. Mathematically it doesn't seem like it's possible, but I mean, I think you're very close to the end of the video. Probably talk about the length of the video. I'll catch up with you guys later. Spoiler alert, I gave up. So Olivia was very kind in picking me up. I'm not gonna, like, I underestimated doing 100,000 steps in a day. Like, I honestly thought, you know what, it might take me until 10 o'clock, but it'll be easy. Having a client right in the middle of the day sort of made me sort of force myself to do it all in the afternoon. But even if I got another 10 or even 20,000 steps this morning, it would have been like 75,000 at this point. And the way my feet are feeling, the way my back and it, like, I feel like my body has given up at this point. So I might check in later on tonight, but if not, we'll end the video tomorrow and you'll see sort of how much weight, if any, I lost doing 55,000 steps.
The next day.
Good morning. It's the next day and that went well. So that was a lot harder than actually anticipated. Really yesterday, I was feeling great. I was feeling very confident, as you could probably tell from the clips, and then all of a sudden it hit me like an absolute ton of bricks. Then I realized I might not have enough time to do it. Anyway, so it got to around about, was it 6, half 6, something like that. I'd just crossed 50,000 steps. And then I thought, I'm halfway through this. It was taking me roughly about an hour and a half to do 10,000 steps. Basically because I was stopping to film, and maybe I'm a slow walker as well, I don't know. So I did the math basically, and I'd have to do quite a few runs, really pick up the pace, and every step was just getting slower and slower and slower. So realistically, even if I went until midnight, I don't think I would have been able to do it. And unfortunately, your Fitbit resets at midnight. So technically I could have done it if I kept going until 4 in the morning, but that didn't seem as impressive. So just show 56,091 steps there. We did best part of 5,400 calories. Now the whole reason why I did this was basically just to show how hard it is to burn calories off versus eating calories. So let me give you an example. So just over 5,000 calories, you're probably talking like your average night out there, right? You've had your food throughout the day, your 2,000 calories that you would normally have. Then you go have 10 beers, which is roughly about 2,500 calories. And then maybe you get like a kebab on the way home. So yeah, basically 5,000 to 6,000 calories. Now, that's not that hard. We all do that. We all do that from time to time. But to burn off 5,400 calories, I had to walk 56,000 steps. I had to do a run, a half-hour run in the middle of that, and I had to train with my client and getting up at 4 AM to do all of that as well. So obviously it's much harder to burn off calories. So it's not that you can't out-train a bad diet, it's just that it's very, very difficult to do so. But you might as well make it easier on yourself and just eat a calorie-controlled diet, have a few things that you fancy throughout the day, and just really focus on your calories rather than just eating what you want and trying to burn all that off, because as I've probably just shown, it's quite hard to do so. So that's really the end of the video. I think, I haven't looked at the clips before, I think I lost around about 1 kilo, so that's about 2.5 pounds roughly that I lost in terms of after effects of this. Like my lower back is a little bit sore, my feet are a little bit sore, not too much though. Like we're off to the zoo today, so it's not like I'm feeling too bad. And like one of my toes is a little bit numb. So yeah, that's the end of the video guys. I'm gonna try and do this again at some point. We won't be doing it for a little while though. I feel like it's something you probably have to train for. If you enjoyed the video guys, subscribe. We're trying to get up to 100 subscribers. If you really enjoyed the video and you want to try and help me out, smash that like button. At the moment I have 36 subscribers, so it'd be amazing if we got something like 40 likes on the video. So let's try and make that happen. But in the meantime guys, I will see you in the next video. See ya!